जाएगा. Okay, good.
युञ्जेन एव सदात्मानं योगी विगतकल्मषः
योगी विगत कल्मषः
सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम्
सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम्
अत्यन्तं सुखम् अश्नुते
अत्यन्तं सुखम् अश्नुते.
युञ्जन्न एवं सदा आत्मानं
युञ्जन् एवं सदात्मानं
योगी विगतकल्मषः
योगी विगत कल्मषः
सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम्
सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम्
अत्यन्तं सुखम् अश्नुते
अत्यन्तं सुखम् अश्नुते.
युञ्जन्नमेव सदात्मनं
युञ्जन्नेवं सदात्मानं
योगी विगतकल्मषः
योगी विगत कल्मषः
सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम्
सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम्
अत्यन्त सुखम् अश्नुते.
अत्यन्तं सुखम् अश्नुते.
Anyone?
युञ्जन् एवं सदात्मानं
युञ्जन् एवं सदा आत्मानं
योगी विगत कल्मषः
योगी विगतकल्मषः
सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम्
सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम्
अत्यन्तं सुखम् अश्नुते.
अत्यन्तं सुखम् अश्नुते.
युञ्जनेवं सदात्मानं
युञ्जन्मेव सदात्मानं
योगी विगतकल्मषः
योगी विगतकल्मषः
सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम्
सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम्
अत्यन्तं सुखमश्नुते.
अत्यन्तं सुखम् अश्नुते.
युञ्जन्येवं सदात्मानं
युञ्जन्मेव सदात्मानं
योगी विगतकल्मषः
योगी विगतकल्मषः
सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम्
सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम्
अत्यन्तं सुखमश्नुते.
अत्यन्तं सुखम् अश्नुते. Word by word meaning. Yunjan, engaging in yoga practice.
Yuñjan, engaging in yoga practice.
Evam, thus.
Evam, thus.
Sada, always.
Sada, always.
Atmanam, the self.
Atmanam, the self.
Yogi, one who is in touch with the Supreme Self.
Yogi, one who is in touch with the Supreme Self.
Vigata, freed from.
Vigata, freed from.
Kalmashaha, all material contamination.
Kalmashaha, all material contamination.
Sukhena, in transcendental happiness.
Sukhena, in transcendental happiness.
Brahma Sansparsham, being in constant touch with the Supreme.
Brahma Samsparsham, being in constant touch with the Supreme.
Atyantam, the highest.
Atyantam, the highest.
Sukham, happiness.
Sukham, happiness.
Ashnute, attains.
Ashnute, attains.
Translation and purport given by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Thus, the self-controlled yogi, constantly engaged in yoga practice, become free from all material contamination and achieve the highest stage of perfect happiness in transcendental loving service to the Lord. One more time. Thus, the self-controlled yogi, constantly engaged in yoga practice, become free from all material contamination, and achieve the highest stage of perfect happiness in transcendental loving service to the Lord. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurve Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Gurum Sri Yutpadakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavansya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhan Vitansya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vansha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyev cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Sriladhampa Swami Niti Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Pasyatya Desatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this is very small verse but very powerful verse. And today is also very auspicious day too. So thus the self-controlled yogi constantly engaged in yoga practice and become free from all material contamination and achieve the highest stage of perfect happiness. And Srila Prabhupada here is describing Sukham means happiness and Sukhena means the transcendental happiness. So he achieved the happiness in transcendental loving service to the Lord. And he is describing what is the meaning of the Brahma Sansparsha. So self-realization means knowing oneself. I am not the body, I am the soul. And there is a relationship between the soul and super soul. Soul is the part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, super soul, Paramatma. And then what is the nature of the super soul? Is the Vibhu Atma, and we are the Anu Atma. So we are minute and part and parcel. Duty of the minute is to serve to the infinite. So Jivera Swarupa Hoye Krishnera Nitya Das. Eternally we are the servant of the Lord. And coming to that relationship, there is a Sambandha Gyan, Prayojan, Avideya and Prayojan. So we need to pray to the Madan Mohan, Govinda Devji, and then finally Avideya, deities to the Radha Gopinath ji to come to that stage. So that is our constitutional position, to serve to the super soul in a loving, devotional way. And that is the stage is called the Brahma Sansparsam, this transcendental contact, and that is the yoga. Yoga means there is a process to link soul to the super soul. And when there is a contact, transcendental contact, and that stage is the Brahma Sansparsham. In Bhagavad Gita 5:29, Lord Krishna is saying, Bhoktaram Yagya Tapsam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suhridam Sarvabhutanam Gyatpamam Shantim Rachati. So those who is in full consciousness of me, means about the Krishna consciousness. And then he is the knowing that Krishna is the ultimate benefactory of the all sacrifices and austerity. Yajna and tapa and dana, these three things cannot stop at any circumstances. So it means here he is describing he is the ultimate beneficiary of the austerity and sacrifices both, and the supreme lord of the all planets and demigods. So he is the Sarva Loka Maheshwaram, and he is the benefactor and well-wisher of the all living entities. Suhirde Sarva Bhutanam. Bhutanam means living entity. Not only one Bhutanam, not only one living entity, for all living entities. And the person who is acting in his relationship, Hiranyakasipu want to act his relationship with Lord in an inimical way. So Lord came in the form of Narsimhadev to kill him. And other side, Prahlad Maharaj, he acted in a very service attitude, pure devotional, loving service way. And then he came to keep his word, he is in the pillar, and then he appeared from the pillar. So this is the difference. So he is benefactor for all the living entities. What we want, accordingly he gives, if we do have the qualification for that. So that's why he is the Sarva Bhutanam, not only one, but there is a special relationship between the Lord and his devotee, because devotee want to serve to the Lord and have the relationship, that kind of relationship. Other people, they don't want or have the opposite kind of relationship. So that person attain the peace, and then also he is free from the material panch, clutches of the Maya. In chapter 5, Lord Krishna is describing, giving the little bit glimpse about the one who work in devotion, who is pure soul, and who controls his mind and senses, is dear to everyone. Sadhu, saintly person. And everyone is dear to him. Srila Prabhupada, if anyone met to the Srila Prabhupada, he used to say, oh Prabhupada, he's very affectionate to every. And then he also told to the person who told that he, yes, I love everyone. So that is the nature of the sadhu. Ajata satrava, and he is karunikaha. Suhirda sarva dehinam. Here it is mentioned Sarva Bhutanam, and there in Sadhu Sangastakam, he is Suhridaya Sarva Dehinam. Not only to the only human, he is the well-wisher of the every living entities. Ajata Satrava, he is not meaning Sadhava, Shanta, and having the all transcendental quality. Sadhu Bhusana. So that's why it is mentioned here, dear to him. And though always working, such a man is never entangled. It looks like he is working materially, but he is never entangled because he is following the Shastra. A person in the divine consciousness, although engaged in seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, eating, moving, about sleeping and breathing, always knows himself within himself that he actually does nothing at all, because while speaking, evacuating, receiving, and or opening or closing his eyes, he always know that only the material senses are engaged with their object and that he is aloof from them. His nature is Sajidanand, the soul's nature is Sajidanand. This material body and material senses is meant for enjoyment purpose, but actual way of enjoyment is to engage our senses to the master of senses, Rishikesha, and then actual enjoyment will come up. Param Drishtva Nivartante. And so there is a love and lust. So love means for me. Sorry, lust means for me, and love means for Krishna. That is the difference between love and love. So one who performs his duty without attachment, surrendering the result unto the Supreme Lord, is unaffected by sinful reactions, thus as the lotus leaf is untouched by water. Most of us have seen the lotus petals, not the petals, means leaf. It is very smooth, and if drop of water is coming, immediately slips from there. So even it is touching, it is under the water, but is not affected by, because that person knows how to do the akarma or to perform the devotional service. That is the thing. So the yogi, abandoning attachments, acts with body, mind, intelligence, and even with the senses only for the purpose of purification. So yoga process is also meant for the purifications. And then it is mentioned here, the steadily devoted soul attains unadulterated peace because he offers the result of all activities to me, means to Krishna. Whereas the person who is not in union with divine, sadhu's character is sadhu bhusada, means divine characters, their nature, they have the qualities. Who is greedy for the fruits of his labor becomes entangled. So that person will be entangled, but those who is not only fruits, everything is work and everything has given to the Krishna, that is the pure devotional service. Mahajanas. So we have to follow the path of Mahajana. And then 47, Lord Krishna is saying that exactly. I read the number 7 to 11 of the chapter 5 of Bhagavad Gita. And Lord Krishna, he says in 47, Yogi namapi sarvesham madgaten na atmana Shraddhavan bhajante yo mam shame yukta tamo matah. So, and of all yogis, the one with great faith who always abides in me, thinks of me within himself and renders transcendental loving service. So there is service is involved. So to do something. So it means this devotional service is actively performed. He is the most intimately united with me. So that is the yoga. In yoga, and is the highest of all, that is my opinion. So that is the highest of all. And how to start? In Kali Yuga, it is by chanting the holy name of the Lord. It is possible. Because it is the Yoga Dharma. Kalo na asti eva, na asti eva, na asti eva gatir anyatha. Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam is kevalam. Kalo na asti eva, na asti eva, na asti eva gatir anyatha. And then we can develop the love of, pure love of the God by chanting the holy name of the Lord. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. So by chanting the holy name of the Lord, we can achieve the highest perfections of the Lord, of the devotional service. We can unite with the Lord and to be in the pastime of the Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. And how it is possible, we can develop that love very quickly. So that has been mentioned in Nectar of Devotion, chapter 10. Title is Sramanam and Smaranam. So in this Smaranam, there is a process called the meditations. So I'm going to read the meditation sections. To meditate means to engage the mind in thinking of the form of Lord, the qualities of the Lord, and activities of the Lord, and the service of the Lord. Meditation does not mean anything impersonal to avoid. According to Vedic literature, meditation is always on the form of Vishnu. In the Narsimha Puran, there is a statement about meditations on the form of Lord. It is said there, meditations focusing on the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead has been accepted as transcendental and beyond the experience of material pain and pleasure. By such meditations, even one who is grossly miscreant can be delivered from the sinful reactions of this life. So, beyond the experience of material pain and pleasure. साधु संगाष्टक का मयि अनन्य भावेन भक्तिम कुर्वन्ति ये दृढाम् तपन्ति त्रिविध तापाम न चतगत चेतसा न गत चेतसा means they are focused, their mind is focused on the Lord, that they do not suffer from the different kind of material sufferings. Because why? Because their focus is on the Lord. So that's what it has been mentioned here. So we need to meditate. And in Padma Purana, there is a statement about the rendering the activities of the Lord, remembering the activities of the Lord. A person who is always engaged in meditations on the sweet pastime and wonderful activities of the Lord surely become freed from all material contaminations. So how it is possible? It is mentioned that in the Puranas, the evidence is given that if someone is simply meditating on devotional service, he has achieved the desired result and has seen face to face the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In this connection, there is a story of the in the Brahma Vaivarta Purana that in the city of Pratisthanapura in South India, there was once a Brahmana who was not very well to do, but who was nevertheless satisfied himself, thinking that it was because of his past misdeeds. So, like in Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Brahma is praying, Canto 10, chapter 8 or 14, verse number 14 or 8, I do forget that. Tat tate kampanu. Compare means their daya bhag. So when someone is suffering from their past deeds and then hankering for the mercy of the Lord, that person is qualified for the liberation. Like a father's property is inherent to the children, the same way the person is qualified for the daya bhag, means to become the liberated. So he was suffering, and then also he was thinking that way too. So at one such meeting while he was very faithful hearing about Vaishnava activities, he was informed that these activities can be performed even by meditations. In other words, if a person is unable to actually perform Vaishnava's activity physically, he can meditate upon the Vaishnava activities and thereby acquired all the same result, because the Brahmana was not very well to do financially. If someone is doing well, for them definitely it is required to do, or until or unless physically unable to do, then fine to do. But meditation means smaranam. So he decided that he would simply meditate on grand royal devotional activities, and he began this business. So he started taking the bath in the river and then bringing the build the temple and bringing the rivers water, sacred rivers water in the golden and silver pots, and then offering wonderful offerings, and then doing the opulent in Aishwarya Bhava, performing the arti. And by that, doing that, one time he was thinking that he made a kheer, and then after that he realized that this kheer is he served to the Lord, but it is not cool enough. So he touched it, and then his finger burnt out. And then the Lord, he was in Goloka, and then he started laughing. And then Lakshmi was asking that from the Vaikuntha, what happens? Then he sent the Vimana and then brought the Brahmanas. And then he told this Brahmana was meditating on like that, and then his finger burned. So actually his finger burned because he was so intense in the meditations. So that is possible to meditate, and today is very auspicious day. We are going to meditate also. So that's why I brought this topic of the meditations. So today is the Chaitra, Shukla Paksha and Purnima, full moon day. So Rasha Balram, Lord Balram, he performed the Rasha. He had different Balram's Gopi. So he was doing almost like a 2 month Basant Rasya, and Lord Krishna also performing. And then also actual day of Radha Kund appearance is Bahulastami in the month of Kartik, but today Lord Chaitanya, he was looking, where is the Radha Kund? So he was searching, and then he was meditating, and then he went to the trance, and he found that actual place is the Radha Kund. So it was Chaitra Purnima, Shukla Paksha Purnima. Purnima means it is in the Shukla Paksha. So today is the appearance of Radha Kund. So we need to meditate on the Radha Kund. So it is mentioned in Nectar of Devotion, number 9. Vaikuntha Janito Vara Madhupuri. Madhupuri means Mathura. Madhu was the king, and there was a relationship with Ramana. So Madhu Puri was the Madhu, but afterwards it became the Mathura. So Vaikuntha Janito Vara Madhupuri Tatrapi Rasotsavad Vrindavaranyam Udara Pani Ramanat Tatrapi Govardhanaha Radha Kundam Ihapi Golokapateh Premamrita Papallavant Kuryat Asya Brajato Giritate Sevam Viveki Nakaha. So the holy place known as Mathura, means Madhupuri, is spiritually superior to Vaikuntha. So it is superior than Vaikuntha. The transcendental world because the Lord appeared there. Superior to Mathura Puri is the transcendental forest of Vrindavan because of Krishna's Ras Leela pastime. Today is also Ras Leela pastime, but this Ras Leela is more into celebrated in the West Bengal. This is the Basanta Ras Leela, and Sharadiya Ras Leela more prominent in Vrindavan. The superior to the forest of Vrindavan is Govardhan Hill, and from it was raised by divine hand of Sri Krishna and was the site of his various loving pastime. So the Govardhan Hill is the pastimes of various pastimes, loving pastime of Radha and Krishna. And above all, the super excellent Sri Radha Kund stands supreme, for it is overflooded with the ambrosial nectarian prema of the Lord of Gokula, Sri Krishna, where then is that intelligent person who is unwilling to serve this divine Radha Kunda, which is situated at the foot of Govardhan Hill. So we need to meditate upon the Radha Kunda appearance. That is the best yoga practice we can do it to get the highest love of the Srimati Radha Rani. Jalakshmi is going to read the Radha Kundastaka. Let me try if I can. Oh. Okay, so.
Prabhuji, you want me to share?
Yeah, that will be great. I am trying to open.
Okay.
I got it. I opened it.
You opened it?
Yeah. And if you opened it, can you try to share? Let me try. I'm
Yeah,
learning.
you try, Prabhuji. You try.
Share, correct?
Share, yeah. Share.
Share.
Yeah.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you.
Yes, you got it, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Sri Radha Kund Ashtakam. वृषभधनुजनाशा धर्मधर्मोक्तिरङ्गै निखिल निज तनुभेर्यत् स्वहस्तेन पूर्णम् प्रकटितमपि वृन्दारण्यराज्ञा प्रमोदै तदति सुरभिराधा कुण्डमेवाश्रयो मे व्रजभुवि मुरशत्रोः प्रेयसीनां निकामैः असुलभमपि तूर्णं प्रेम कल्पद्रुमं तम् जनयति हृदि भूमौ स्नातुरुच्चैः प्रियं यत् तदति सुरभिराधा कुण्डमेवाश्रयो मे अधरिपुरपि यत्ना तत्र देव्याः प्रसादात् प्रसरकृत कटाक्ष प्राप्तिकामप्रकामम् अनुसरति यदुच्चैः स्नानसेवानुबन्धैः तदति सुरभिराधा कुण्डमेवाश्रयो मे व्रजभुवन सुधांशो प्रेम भूमिर्निकामम् व्रज मधुर किशोरी मौलिरत्ना प्रियेव परिचितमपि नाम्ना यच्चते नैव तस्या तदति सुरभिराधा कुण्डमेवाश्रयो मे अपि जनय्य कश्चित्यस्य सेवा प्रसादै प्रणय सुरलता स्यात् तस्य गोष्ठेन्द्रसूनो सपदि किल मदीशा दास्य पुष्प प्रशस्या तदति सुरभिराधा कुण्डमेवाश्रयो मे तत मधुर निकुञ्जा क्लेप्तनामानोच्चैः निज परिजन वर्गैः संविभज्याश्रितास्तैः मधुकररुतरम्यायस्य राजन्ति काम्या तदति सुरभिराधा कुण्डमेवाश्रयो मे ततः भुवि वरवेद्यं यस्य धर्मात्तिहृद्यं मधुरवार्तां रोषचन्द्रस्य भङ्ग्या रथयुत प्रथयितुमित ईश प्राण सख्या निधिसा तदति सुरभिराधा कुण्डमेवाश्रयो मे अनुदिनमतिरङ्गै प्रेममत्तालसंयुधै वरसरसेज गन्धैः हारिवारे प्रपूर्णे विहरतैः यस्मन् दम्पत्तितौ प्रमत्तौ तदति सुरभिराधा कुण्डमेवाश्रयो मे अविकलमतिदेव्याश्च कुण्डाष्टकं यः परिपठति तदीयोल्लासिदास्यार्पितात्मा अचिरमिह शरीरे दर्शयत्येव तस्मै मधुरिपुरतिमोदैः श्लेष्याश्माणां प्रियां ताम्.
So translation, may very fragrant Radha Kund, which prodded by the gopis, many joking word after Vrishabhasura death, the king of Vrindavan forest happily built and filled with his own hand, be my shelter. So we need to meditate and go to the Vrindavan, and then also in the Vrindavan, Giri Govardhan, and Radha Kund and Syam Kund is like a, Govardhan is like a peacock shape, and then Radha Kund and Syam Kund is like a eye of the peacock. So we need to mentally go to the Radha Kund and Syam Kund. I'm not qualified, but by the mercy of Prabhupada and Guru and Acharya, and being as an aspiring devotee, just bringing mind to the Radha Kund and Syam Kund. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. So me very dear and fragrant Radha Kunda, which for one who bathes in it immediately creates in the land of the heart a desired tree of pure love, rare even among the gopis, beloved of Lord Krishna in a Braja. May very dear and fragrant Radha Kunda wear earring of to attain the merciful sidelong glance of his queen. Lord Krishna delightfully follows her bathing, attains be my shelter. May very fragrant Radha Kunda, which is named after a girl who is a realm of love for he who is the moon of Braja, the girl who is like the most precious jewel in the crown of the sweet girl of Braja, be my shelter. The mercy obtained by serving Radha Kunda makes the celestial wine of pure love of the Prince of Braja, which is famous for bearing the flowers of service to my queen, sprout. May that very fragrant Radha Kunda be my shelter. May very fragrant Radha Kunda on the shores of which are many splendid and charming forest groves filled with the sweet sounds of bumblebees, and each named after one of Sri Radha's friend, be my shelter. May very fragrant Radha Kund, on the shore of which a pleasant courtyard, Queen Radha and her friends sweetly joke with Lord Krishna, the moon of Braj, be my shelter. May very fragrant Radha Kund, where the passionate divine couple daily plays with their passionate friends in the charming lotus-scented water, be my shelter. To one who completely dedicated to Queen Radha's service and who happily reads these 8 beautiful verses describing her lake, even in this present body, Lord Krishna shows his beloved as he happily embraces her. So, Sri Sri Radha Kund ki jai, Syama Kund ki jai. So, I do not have any qualification, but by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, I was trying to speak little bit. And then one time we need to feel like in a humble mood of the service. Like Lord Chaitanya is saying that in the Sichastaka verse, Trinadapi Sunijena, Tarorapi Sahishunam. So we need to put the blade of grass in the mouth and then beg for the mercy in a very humble mood. Then only we'll be able to follow the path of the Acharya, and then we'll be able to relish in the pastime of Yugala Kishore, Radha Gopinath ji. So one time when Mataji, Sri Prabhupada's disciple, she asked, can we do the preaching center, open the preaching center and do the kirtan and distribution, prasadan distribution, book distribution? And then that way we can serve the Krishna consciousness. Then Sri Prabhupada told, no, Radha Kund is not for that. Radha Kund is for the bhajan. And he allowed to take a bathe in the Radha Kund, to take the bath, but in a very humble and service mood, like a serving to the Lakshmi Narayan in a Aishwarya Bhav, serving to the Radha Krishna in a Aishwarya Bhav, awe and reverence. So if we are going to the Sahansa, then how we do go? In a very begging and humble dinahina mood. So we need to take the bath in Radha Kunda, that mood only. So Radha Rani is the Krishna's most beloved, and she goes into the Mahabhav. Only 3 personality goes into the Mahabhav. Can anyone tell?
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,
Yes.
Radha Rani,
Yes, 2 and 1 more.
Lord Krishna.
No. He came in the mood of, he did not tell. He came himself in the form of Lord Chaitanya.
Yes.
So there is very highest personality who is the seed of our moment. No. You can guess is.
Prabhupada, that's what,
No. No.
what is Jayalakshmi Mataji said just now?
No, she said Prabhupada, but no, I'm
Okay.
talking about the seed who was in the Viraha form, love in the separation.
Yeah, I think Raghunath Das Goswami.
No,
No?
seed.
Give us some clue.
It starts with M.
Okay, M starts with M.
M-A.
Oh, Madhavendra Puri.
Yes.
Madhavendra Puri?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Oh, Jay.
He wrote that Yai Dina Dayadra Mathuranath. So, hey Mathuranath, when I will be able to see you? So it started from him only. So three personality was in the Mahabharata: Madhavendra Prabhu, Srimati Radha Rani, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we need to pray to them in that mood only. Then only we will be able to release in mentally and verbally. Let me open the video for the Radha Kund so that at the same time we can release too. So this is beautiful Srimati Radha Rani Ayendra Prabhu's. I saw the video, so I thought there is not any lecture, just only low volume of the music, but I have muted. So Radha and Krishna, they are bathing every day noon time. Right now, all prakat lila is going on. So we are unable to see that Leela, but that Leela is going on every day. And Radha is coming to take and Krishna is meeting 12 o'clock every day. But how to come to that Leela, we need to have the prema to come to that stage, and that is possible by the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. And to take the bath in the Radha Kund, then Radha Rani will give the mercy of the Krishna, love for the Krishna. And the person who is taking bath in the Syama Kund, Krishna will give the mercy to have the prema of Radha Rani. So this is the beauty of the Yoga Lakeshwar Radha Gopinath Ji. So we need to pray, and physically we are not there, but we need to bring our mind
Can you repeat this?
to meditate upon the Radha Kund. This is the highest ambrosia we can say, because one drop of prema, because if someone is taking the bath, this is more than amrita. So we need to get the drop of the Krishna prema. And that is possible by the mercy of the Srimati Radharani. Our moment is ISKCON moment, is the preaching moment. So Lord Chaitanya, he started preaching, and through him our movement came. We are the follower of the Lord Chaitanya, and it came through the Rupa Goswami. We are Rupanuga. So Rupa Goswami, he is saying in Chaitanya Charitamrita that I should have thousands and thousands, millions of the mouth, and to have the millions of the ear to hear the word two-syllable Krishna. So it is when we will be able to have that kind of, then we can release in the pastime of Aprakatya Lila can be prakatya to us by the mercy of the Acharya and Guru and Krishna, and definitely Srila Prabhupada's mercy. So I think I went beyond the time, I think. Yeah, you were asking. So if someone is taking the, Jayalakshmi was asking, I can repeat what I said about the Radha Kunda taking bath and Syama Kunda. So someone is taking bath in a very humble mood, service attitude. In that mood, then taking bath in Radha Kunda will develop the love for the Krishna. And in Syama Kunda, taking bath means have the love for the Radha Rani. So I will stop here. Any question or a comment? It was undecided to go this way, but suddenly this afternoon I thought, when I was reading, and then I thought better to go this way only, to have the highest yoga, how to achieve the love of the Krishna, pure love. Any question or comment? One, two, three. Sorry, it went over the time.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for wonderful class, and especially this Radha Kundastakam was really nice to chant and to know more, and beautiful explanation by you about pastime. Everything is nice today's class because it's very auspicious day today. We have Balram, Ras,
Rasya,
yeah,
Balram, Leela.
yeah, and Rasalila, and then we have Shyamananda Prabhu's
Yeah, Parents' Day.
So very auspicious day, and we could hear about Radha Kund, glories about Radha Kund, also very auspicious. So very nice class overall. Thank you.
Thank you, Mata.
Hare Krishna.
Any question from anyone? One, two, three. Okay.